This is week 2 of how to carve a spoon. I'm going to be starting with the wood already in a blank form, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Next step is we need to carve out the handle. So here are 2 spoons that I made a little while ago. This one has a much thinner handle, this one has a much thicker handle. One of these will make a thin handle, and the other one will make a thick handle, just so I can show you how to make both of them, but it's basically just personal preference. Like, one is much thinner than the other. You can see that here. This one is probably going to be a little weaker, but it looks a little nicer. This one's going to be a little more bulky, but it's not going to like snap as easily. So let's go ahead and start that step. Just take your knife. You want to hold from the bowl part. We'll do the thin one first, so let me bring that back. Thin one. Just going to start going at the beginning, because we want it so thin. You should be taking off big chunks of wood. Move up a little. Keep going. Okay, rough it out pretty quickly. Now I'm just going to start to go slowly, make it a little thinner. Try to avoid taking big pieces off. If you have to, you can, but I want to just make some nice small ones. There. Once you sand it, it'll look more like this, but I mean, I can take a little bit more off the end here, but yeah. Pretty simple. There you go. So next, you want to kind of just like get this to be gradual, like go down into the handle. So be careful because the handle is thin now. We'll just kind of transition the bowl part of the spoon into the handle as well as possible. Do that a little bit, just go both ways. Just pull towards you a little bit, and then you push away. There, kind of got it to smooth in. We'll smooth out with sandpaper later. Now take your pencil. You want to draw kind of like a V shape there. You can kind of see the V. Then you go up here. And finish it off with like a little kind of dome. See that? Then from the middle of the V, draw it up about 3/4 of the way, and then branch it out. Just kind of make like a oval kind of peace sign. You can kind of see that there. Next, with the knife, you want to score along each of these pencil lines. Not too deep, but like deep enough to where you can tell that it's been scored. And all the lines, not just the outside. You want to get the inside too. Let's get the inside ones. And connect. You can see that. Next, you'll take the very tip of the knife, and starting at the corner of one of these, just kind of want to follow that. Just slowly carving out the middle part. Do your best to not cover away this outside bit. You only want to be covering the inside. And this is the part where it also is up to your personal preference, personal opinion. You can make it as deep or as shallow as you want. Personally, I like mine a little bit deeper than shallow, but it's just up to you. And if you have little bits built up like that, just go along and just once it's like up against the wall here, put the knife in, push down, just kind of cut them all off. Sorry, camera. Like that. Now repeat the other two pieces. Okay. It doesn't have to be super clean, like mine is pretty rough here, but sandpaper will fix that later. See how this one was kind of looking the same way? It's gotten much cleaner. It looks kind of bad, but like when you feel it, it is very nice and smooth. And like if I really wanted to, I can go through and clean it up a little more. Next, we're going to move on to the back. We're going to make the curved shape seen here. Just go around on the corners. Start slowly chipping away at the corners. Try not to take off too much material. You just want to take off just enough to once you go sand it, it'll make a nice smooth dome. You can go ahead and flip it over if you need to. Make it a little easier to look on the bottom part. And again, you want to try to get it to smooth like nicely into the handle. And there we have it. I mean, I can kind of clean this up a little bit more, but sandpaper will do that just fine. So here we have kind of the final product here. You can see same kind of style as this one here. It is a little bit bigger on the top, which you could fix, but it's doing a couple more cuts like that. Just kind of like smoothing down that piece. But the next step is just go ahead and sand it and try to get this rough pieces out in the middle to really kind of go away a little bit, which is not the easiest thing sometimes if they're too bad, but usually you can get most of them to go away. So let's go ahead and do that. There we have it. I'm going to take these off for now. You will put them on later if we finish the other one out here. But give your fingers a little bit to breathe. There we have it. This is our one we were going off of. Here's the final one. The head is a little bit bigger. You still kind of see the stuff in there. But it looks a lot worse on the camera than it does in person. And like this will do just fine if you're eating, if you make this out of a stick out in the wilderness to like use it as food, obviously. And if you put a finish on this, it'll go right away. assuming you use the white finish. There we go. But yeah, go ahead and repeat this in the other one. If you want a smaller, like, bowl part, just make it a little smaller. If you want a bigger one, keep it like this. You can make it thinner or thicker depending on how much you like it, and you can make the handle thinner or thicker as well. You can see this one, you take off a lot less material, whereas if you did the thin one, you take off a lot more material. So go ahead, go do the other one for this, and yeah, I think that's it for today. But again, not the cleanest hobby, but it is pretty fun.